So in this review, it's talking about investment clubs, and it's people who put their money together and then invest in the stock market. It shows the number of clubs from 1990 to 1994. Part A is asking me if it's growth or decay. Remember, growth means bigger, decay means smaller. So, as time goes on, these numbers get bigger. So this is going to be a growth model. The numbers get bigger. Okay. When it wants me to find the value of A in the exponential model, this is always the initial value. So whatever I started off with. On this problem in 1990, we started off at 5,820. B is going to be my rate of growth. So what I do to find my rate of growth is I'm going to take my second value and divide by my first. So I'm going to do 7,158.6 and divide by 5,820. Which gives me 1.23. D wants me to write the complete equation, so to write the complete equation, I just want to plug in my values. So I'm going to have y equals, my A value was 5,820. My B value is 1.23. And then the x just stays x. E wants me to draw a graph of my equations, so what I'm going to go do is I am going to graph this on my calculator. I have 5,820 times 1.23 to my exponent. When I hit graph, it probably will not show up on my screen because my window is not good. Okay. My thinking bar went away, so I'm going to go window. I want my x max. If we're counting our years back over here, this is my 0 year, my first year, my second year, my third year, and my fourth year. So my x values are fine. I need my y values to go all the way up to 13,000. So I'm going to go change those to 14,000. That's one too many zeros. And I'm going to change my scale to make the graph faster. I'm going to do it by 1,000. If I go back to graph, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sketch this graph. I only care about the positive side. Which looks like this. My vertical intercept is the same thing as the A value. So the 5,820. And the meaning of this is how many people were in the club in 1990. Okay. So then it wants us to predict the number of clubs in 2000. 2000 is 10 years after 1990. So I'm going to plug in 10 into my equation. So I have y equals 5,820 times 1.23 to the 10 power. And I'm going to go type that in on my calculator. So I go back home, 5,820 times 1.23 to the 10, which gives me, I'm going to stick with whole numbers, 46,129 people. This one wants me to figure how many years it takes for the number of clubs to double from 5,800 to 11,640, and it tells me to use the hint of the intersection feature on my calculator. So what I'm going to do is on my y equals, on the second line, I'm going to type in the number I just covered up, 11,640, and I go back to my graph. And I want to figure out where the two things are crossing. So to do that, I'm going to go second, trace, and I want the intersect, so that's choice 5. I hit enter on the curve, and now it's flashing on the straight line. I hit enter one more time, and it tells me 3.34, so about 3 years.